Hi everybody, Bob with Knivestown here. Today we're going to take a look at a Tops knife. This is the Tops pry knife, and really what it is it's really a rescue kit is what we've got here. We've got not just a knife, but it also comes with several other implements, all bundled together in a very multifunctional sheath. It's really an impressive kit. Lots to talk about here. Here's the sheath. It's made of ballistic nylon, and it comes with a length of paracord here, as well as a pouch on the front that also contains some implements. So let's get into that. The knife, of course, is captured here with two Velcro closures. A sort of a wide and then a little bit more narrow one here, and the knife does fit into the sheath into a hard there is a hard sheath liner in there that the blade goes into, and we'll take a look at the knife in just a minute. On the front of the sheath there is also a pouch, and that comes loaded. It is an adjustable pouch, and it comes loaded with a survival saw, a folding saw, and a screwdriver. That's a right angle screwdriver to work like this. You've got slotted on this side and Phillips on this side. So that's your screwdriver there. And then it comes with a large pry and punch, and we'll take a look at all of those implements. We'll take a first look here at the sheath. It's made of ballistic nylon, and it's stitched and riveted in multiple places, so it's a good heavy sheath. It's MOLLE compliant. Here, as you can see on the back of it, there's these see, like that. There's all these up along here. The sheath does snap here. There's a snap, and that feeds out from underneath here. Now I'm not going to pull it all the way out, but you can see that. You can see what that does, and that will feed through on a MOLLE vest or on any kind of gear. That can be attached in any number of ways using these attachments. There also is two tie downs here at the end with eyelet rivets. It comes with a length of paracord, and then there is also more eyelet rivets up here. All right, it does have a belt loop there. Now this pouch, there is an elastic band here, so that keeps the mouth of the pouch compressed a little bit, and the clasp is a buckle. You can see there, that's a snap buckle, and then there's some Velcro right here, which fits onto some. This is the hook, and this is the loop part of Velcro here. So that can be hooked down like that. So your pouch can be adjusted depending on what you've got in there. It can be made loose. You can make the lid loose or tight depending on what's in there. This is an excellent sheath. It looks like it's made with top quality. It's stitched real heavily. It's a good sheath, and it does have the hard plastic insert in there for the knife blade. All right, let's take a look at what goes in that sheath. In the pouch, you get these three items here. You get the punch, the pry bar and punch, And Ted, this is a really stout little tool. This is made of 5140 steel. It's 7¼ inches long, and it's got a Rockwell hardness of about 55 to 56. And really, you know, what you can see what it is it's there's a nail puller there. It's got a sharpened end, not sharpened like a chisel, but it does have a beveled end there so that it can be, you know, fit under things to get under easily and pry things. It does have a good angle there, as you can see. So as you get under something, you can then use the base as the fulcrum to push down and pry up. It does have a punch here. So really what you're going to be using this tool for, this tool would be, this is clearly a glass breaker here, the punch, and then this pry bar. You're talking about, remember, this is a rescue type of a kit. You're talking about punching out a glass, you know, a windshield or a car door glass. You're talking about prying open the window of a house, you know, maybe a house afire. You're talking about prying open a car door or a front door, something like that. It is wrapped in paracord, and it does also have these 4 rubber washers here, which I have to assume they enhance grip, that's for sure, and they could potentially offer some electrical insulation as well. So this is a great tool. That thing is stout, and you can see how much use you could get out of that. Okay, you also get the folding survival saw, and of course that would be the pattern on this is really it's more like a hacksaw. Now you can see the teeth in there. How that's got a very fine grain on it. So this would saw through. Sure, you could go through wiring. You could go through wood. You could go through some small amounts of metal with that. You know, keep in mind it is a folding saw, but it is a very sharp and very well aggressive cutter there. The handle is made of a Zytel, and it's beaded for grip. There's a little lanyard hole there if you want to use it that way, and it folds up. It doesn't lock or anything. It just folds by friction and stays that way. And then there is also this screwdriver that comes with in the kit as well, and it's a right angle screwdriver slotted on one side, Phillips on the other, again for opening things up, undoing things that have been screwed shut. Gaining access really is what this whole kit is all about. Now onto the knife itself. The knife brings the prying and hacking and chopping and prying another step further, and we'll take a look at that. The knife blade here, the actual blade is 4.5 inches, and the knife steel is 1095 carbon. It's got a Rockwell hardness of 58, and the overall length is 10 3/4 inches. It is 1/4 inch thick steel, and what you've got here is you've got four surfaces to work with on this knife, and we'll go through these here. On the front, of course, you have a chisel type surface, which would be the prying surface there, and that is sharpened. That's not just a bevel. That does qualify as blade sharp. And so that could do some cutting there. although I wouldn't call it, it's certainly not razor sharp, but it is sharpened to an edge. And of course you can see how that would be used to, it could be used for scraping, it could be used to wedge in under something. The whole knife is chisel ground, so it's flat on this side. So another way of using that, of course, would be like the pry tool you saw, and wedge it under there, and then use that bevel as a fulcrum to pry up and get something started, and then maybe bring along your pry tool and then get it pried more. There's 4 surfaces here to work with, so that's one of them there. On the top, we've got a sharpened surface with serrations, and that would be for more of a sawing, more of a hard use type of sawing, hacking, working through something of heavy duty there. There's other serrations down here which are more standard, your more standard serrations, which would be ripping through the heavy fibrous material. And then we have a regular cutting surface here, and there is a slight recurve to that. So you can see that that would be your cutting, you're pulling through line and things like that, and pulling it across that recurve to get power cuts. There is a surface here also at the tip, which could be used for smashing or hammering, for this type of work like that. Breaking into, smashing through, pounding, that kind of work there. There is a lanyard hole here in the front, where now a loop lanyard would be attached to that would go through your wrist. You would put your wrist through a loop lanyard and then pull back like that, so it's taut, so it locks the knife in your hand. The handle is well thought out. It's black linen micarta, and it's contoured in multiple directions all over the place to assist in grip. You can see there, you can see those grip surfaces cutting every which way, so it does work well in the hand for grip. It does grab well. You can see the shadow on there showing those surfaces. Full tang, of course, and then the bottom sticks out there as a pommel, which would be for more pounding. That's a 1/4 inch of steel right there, so that would be more pounding or breaking, that kind of thing. There's a finger choil up here, right there, and there is a flat spot right there for your thumb, just before the top serrations. The knife is coated with the black traction coating, which will keep the 1095 from corroding. And it's got white spacers there. This is just a heck of a knife. Lots of things come with this, and it's a really well executed kit. You've got a well thought out sheath that carries this knife, and it comes with a great pry and punch tool. Along with a survival saw and a screwdriver, and then of course the knife itself. There's your Tops Pry Knife Kit. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you again.